So Bill, what is this one about? What's it represent and what's the story behind it?
Well, all the dreaming stories around here, this area, it's either based on caterpillars or dogs. This is the dog story. Like if you look behind us, up at Mount Gillen and up there, they reckon that whole landscape was formed by dogs fighting each other. And Heavitree Gap, what's called Heavitree Gap down there, was formed for the same reason. So what happened, it says there, it's got Baldwin Spencer and F.J. Gillen, that's Frank Gillen. Gillen was the telegraph station operator here, and he was more or less an amateur anthropologist, and he got on to Spencer, who was a real anthropologist, and they formed a partnership, and at the time they thought the Aboriginal people were going to die out, so they got financed to do a trip which started from south of Alice Springs and went right up to Bullaroola, can't pronounce that word very well, that's on the north coast of Australia, and it was sort of like well financed, and they took tomahawks and things like that and traded with the Aboriginal tribes all the way up and collected all these artefacts. That's about it.
And there was that story about the telegraph line with the things on top that were used. They would break the...
Oh, yeah, so when they were building the telegraph, that had these...
Oh, yeah.
The poles had ceramic fixtures on the top of them, and the Aboriginal people would throw rocks and break them and use them for their spears. And Gillen, being a very smart guy, he put a whole lot of broken glass and sharp things down the bottom of the poles so as to save the telegraph. And he sort of learnt the language here, which is Aranda, and he documented all the kinship systems that they had here, and he was accepted into the tribe, the Aranda tribe. So when Spencer, the English anthropologist, when he wanted to come up, Gillen just said, "You'll be all right. I'll tell them you're my brother." It was just a diary he kept for his wife on this long trip he did.
Yeah, well, I hope the audio turns out.
Quite often they might represent to Aboriginal people puppies, like little dogs.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch. There's one up there on Anzac Hill, I know, is a big rock up there, which is a puppy.
And why is it Anzac Hill?
It's been taken over by the white people.
So that's remembering the Anzacs, is it?
Yeah, there's a whole memorial thing up there. And up.
Yeah.
That's how I do my exercise. Sorry. Yes, sorry, mate. So what happened is the caterpillar used to go across there and go across the Todd River, and then there was a plan they're going to bulldoze it to make the road, and they were negotiation with the elders, and then what happened is they came out, it was either on I think it was Christmas Day or the day before Christmas Day, and they bulldozed it without telling anybody. Mm-hmm. And so this road is called the Road of Broken Dreams. Mm-hmm. No, the Road of Broken Promises.
Yeah, Broken Promises.
Because they were negotiating to do, maybe put an overpass in or something like that.
Mm.
And this is represents where the caterpillar crossed over the Todd River. 1983. Introduced me to them. Yeah, I met her.
This is where the Todd River flows when it's has water in it, but at the moment there's no water.
All the stuff about human sorrows, you know, kind of global cabal that's, yes.
Really you can do it, and that's where it happens. I met one of the women who taught there. Oh, I told you about her, didn't I? I know her. Someone wrote to me. Yeah, I've done this one before. Well, they walked all the way to Jessica.
That's okay. You're famous.
Feel like I'm in a fishbowl.
Why do you like it here, Bill?
It's magical as an ambience.
Yeah.
Do you know why it's called Emily's Gap? Oh, well,
So
that's okay.
a lot of these places, the names can be very obscure.
Yeah.
Like, you know why Alice Springs is called Alice Springs?
Yeah, Alice, because there was an Alice who lived here.
No,
Is it?
The daughter of...
Alice never lived in Alice Springs.
Oh, she didn't.
It was the daughter of
Todd.
the governor was named Alice.
There you go.
And Simpson's Gap. Because if you read about, I read a book about Stuart,
Yeah.
and you realise they go around, he's just naming places after people he wants to get money off when he goes back to Adelaide.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Simpson's Gap. Yeah. Yeah.
And so these people, are, you know,
Yeah.
they're just government officials or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Paintings you will see in a minute. You aren't allowed to take pictures of the rock paintings.
Oh, okay.
I see that over there.
Right.
Yeah, but you can take pictures of the surrounds. I can say that word, quacha, water.
And the caterpillars are what was it? Ancestral beings for Alice Springs area. Is
Yep.
that right? Were they part of the creation of the land? The caterpillars, do you think?
I presume so. And then this would be, like this is a gap, so presumably a giant caterpillar went through here, maybe created the gap, but I'm just making that up.
Yeah.
But there's another place, if you go to Olive Pink Garden,
Yeah.
there's a little hill there, what's it called? Annie Meyer Hill. It's in Olive Pink Garden. If you climb up that, it's, I don't know, it's a little bit of a tricky climb, but if you get up there, there's a sign up the top there that says that's the head of one of the caterpillars.
Oh,
The Annie Meyer Hill in Olive Pink Garden.
wow.
Which only discovered that earlier this year.
And are they caterpillars, are they still, do you see them around Alice Springs?
I haven't noticed them, but I'm not particularly observant in that respect. I've noticed one or two, that's all. It'd be good to take a photo with that backdrop, actually.
Yeah, all right. So
Yeah.